after you get those 162 games done, there's one more bump that you have to go on, and that is into the post season where it all comes down to two teams in baseball. Like football and basketball, it is elimination time. Now, there is higher stakes, and everybody wants to win the World Series, which that has to be done by the first round is a wild card elimination round, and it depends on where you go in this postseason. They go back and forth between, like, I think 2 out of 3. But the wild card is the first step, which that's one and done. The team that wins that one, because there's two divisions that I mentioned, the NL and the AL, American League and the National League. So one of each team goes there, and basically the rest of the players and the teams that make it, that's what elimination is like. That's why you need to have a pretty good record if you want to make it into that postseason where every team is going. But like I said, so the wild card is elimination. Then it's regular things going on. Then the last two teams play in the World Series. The NL and the AL, American League and the National League. Because you get what I mean about elimination. There's two teams that play in the wild card spot for the American League and the National League. Now here's the thing. National League pitchers pitchers are what they stand up the mound and throw the ball. They get to bat. They get to stand up to the plate. In the American League, they don't, but in the National League, they do. So it's kind of cool. And that's what happens all year round, not just the playoffs. The earlier for the All-Star game, it's whoever takes home field advantage in the playoffs. Who gets to start where? I know this is kind of short, but it is like going out of the way to play as many games as they can. It's all through October. After you get done with the long season of playing 162 games plus spring training. It's just fun and interacting. The most hard-hitting is the postseason. The American League division always takes it for me, because that's where the Seattle Mariners are. And if I had to pick AL, or whatever. Yeah, so. But it's crunch time. That is basically what it all wraps up to. The last game between two teams on each division. And whoever wins takes it all for the year. I think it's like 2 out of 3. And they go back and forth, like if they win or lose. If they win, then they have to fly back. It's always the same team. It's always going to be the same team for a couple of days. It goes through stages, as everything does, but they play so many amount of games, and the last game is a really big one. It depends on who wins it for the World Series. And it's so much excitement. Like, you don't know what's going to go on in the ninth, in 9 innings. It could go back and forth. It's a bloodbath, basically. Okay, bye. And that's what the ALDS and the NLDS is for Division Series wins.